Today we're going to take a quick look around the garden. We have a spring thaw going on. We're in mid-February. I want to see how things are coming along. I want to check on any kind of bunny damage, and I want to look at how bad the bronzing is. It's a good time of year. We're not through the thick of it yet. This is just a little taste of spring, and we're going to head into the worst bronzing season is usually in March for us. So stay tuned. We'll do that right now. So as I'm looking around the garden, I came and I saw this great big hole in my arborvitae and these branches sitting down there. And I thought, that just looks so weird. So I opened it up, hoping a critter didn't jump up and get me. I don't know what got in there, but something got in there and chewed it. That's not a deer. It's most likely a rabbit looking for a nest. Not a huge problem because I can actually use these tip cuttings if I keep them somewhere out of the sun. And I could take cuttings out from these for a later date. I just have to keep them out of the sun and keep them hydrated. Maybe I should bury them in snow. But they'll still work. But yeah, that's kind of a bummer. I've never seen that happen before. Checking on my winter storage area. This is my vegetable garden, and I stored a bunch of my nursery stock in here, some trees, and I have some potted tulips and other shrubs that I wanted to protect from the rabbits for obvious reasons. And it looks like wonderful. We've had a real problem in the past, so we've got multiple layers of wire. So I've got a really tight wire cloth here. We have chicken wire, which is buried in the ground, so if they tried digging, they would hit that. And then the deer fence. So 3 different types of wire, again, one dug into the ground, and it seems like we finally were able to keep the rabbits out. They've done so much damage over the last 3 years. It's been quite devastating, and I'm just so happy to see it's finally worked. So here's a Scotch pine I put outside of the barrier, and you can see the rabbits got over here and did quite a bit of damage on this tree on the bottom, and I think it'll be okay. So here's my first signs of winter bronzing. I don't know if you could tell that or not, but these are usually like a really good green color, a little limey green. This is an emerald green arborvitae. See how green that is? But if you look at these tips here, you see how they're yellow? That's what bronzing is. Winter bronzing occurs when the ground is froze and the sun hits it. And this is on the south side, especially the south side. And the foliage wants to photosynthesize, but it can't get any water up, so it dehydrates and dies or bronzes out. And a lot of times it's a little bit no problem. And if you have a full tree go all the way down in, then that's a different problem altogether. You see inside of here, this is normal dieback on the inside because it's not getting light. And that doesn't matter. You never see that. But yeah, I'm looking for evergreens that have this bronzing on it to see if I'm going to have to replace anything or if it's just a prune. I never prune the arborvitaes. We just let it recover. Arborvitaes, these are emeralds, will grow about a foot a year, so that will replace that foliage no problem. Here is some evidence from a gathering. That would not be rabbit because it's just too much in a perfect pile. So that's a deer came through. So I'll have to make sure I come through and do some more work there. Make sure I put some deer repellent around the yard. Oh, I was able to get my gate open for the garden, which is good. So in this bed, I've got some willows and some rhododendrons, some dogwood and hydrangea and azaleas, things that I've been wintering. And then my nursery stock are the trees. So inside of the garden fence, here's one of my beds. It's in the shade, but so these are potted tulips, and they have to overwinter like this. And then as soon as the ground thaws, I am going to pull these up probably the end of March to make sure I don't want any below 0 temperatures. It's one thing if you just get down to 20 degrees, but I want this box to thaw out before I do anything with it. I got a little standing water in here, but that's not a big deal because this whole thing is still froze. As soon as it thaws out, like I said, I'll pull it out and it will thaw and it'll be just fine. And I'll have a beautiful display of tulips. I'll put an image in here so you can see what it will look like. So here's an example of green velvet boxwood, and you can see a little bit of bronzing taking place right there. I am in zone 4. It's very cold here. We actually got down to minus 25 this year. So there was some snow covering some of these. But as we continue to go through the winter, now that the snow is pulled back and we get into March, it's very possible that we will have a lot worse bronzing than we already have. And I'll just trim them back and then fertilize them really good. Hopefully they come back. But I just don't have a good luck with boxwood in this zone. So this is one of my absolute treasures. This is my Magnolia, and I put lots of bunny protection around it because the critters are just nasty to deal with. And you can see the beautiful little buds coming. I hope you can see them. Right here. This camera will focus. Let's see if the camera will focus. I have a lot of different evergreens in my yard, and I think that even though emerald green is really a nice one, I really like these Moonglow Junipers. They tend to do really well. They don't bronze quite as bad. I've got some discolored, I have discolored foliage here, but that has nothing to do with the winter. It has everything to do with it was damaged in the fall because I had cosmos falling all over them. Hopefully you can see the silver foliage on this. It's really nice. Snow out here is still a foot deep in some drifts. And then I have more snow coming here in a couple of days. But we're getting close. We're 6 weeks away from possible snow out. It just looks really, really nice. I love it. More remnants of my little deer visitor friends. So for the first time ever, we have deer damage on the arborvitaes, which is pretty typical. I've been so lucky. I've been here 16 years. This is the first time I've seen any deer damage. And we have a wounded buck that came into the property after hunting season. And he's kind of hanging out around here. My husband actually walked out to scare him away. And then we came out and we sprayed the arborvitaes with some deer out. But you can see he nibbled around the edge a little bit. But I don't think the damage is too bad. Like some of them you can see could be pretty bad. So we'll keep them sprayed. And I'll put some additional deer away out. And it'll be good. It's really hard to treat in the winter because it snows all the time and what's going to stick, you know. So these are my Skyrocket Junipers, and they're actually doing okay. I got a little bit of bronzing on it, but this has been pretty typical, a little tip bronzing. And it hasn't been too bad overall. And these fill out really nice during the growing season, and they fill in and they're really beautiful. I'll put an image in here. I've been pruning them over the last couple of years to get the foliage to fill out. And you can actually see where I took some cuts, and then you can see all of the, you can see where I took some cuts, and you can see where all of these new branches are coming up, and it fills in really, really nice. So this one I pruned just last year versus the one I just showed you a minute ago. This one was just from last year's pruning, and it hasn't filled out yet. Sometimes it takes a full year, or it's usually the second year's growth that comes and fills in. And then I got some wily branches like over here that I really need to prune up a little bit more. I want it to be a little bit more streamlined. Here is my weeping cherry, and this really looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to make sure I come out and keep some deer out sprayed on it to keep the deer away from it. I'm sure this would be a favorite for them to chew on. But for right now, we're doing okay. The nice thing about the snow is I can see where the deer have been, and I can go put some Alargonite or whatever other deer repellent down where they're coming into the yard to maybe keep them out to begin with. So I'm going to film from back here because that snow is a couple feet deep. So I got some Taylor junipers on the outside. It looks like it's got a little bit of bronzing. And on the inside there, I'll try to zoom in. On the inside there is Hicks Yew. Last year I had bronzing in about 25% of the shrub. And I didn't even prune it off. I just left it and it recovered nicely, just all on its own. So I know that was going to be fine. I was able to get in around here, and the snow isn't so deep once I get inside of the fence. So you can take a close up at this yew, this Hicks yew. You can see how yellow and orange it is. That should all be fine. If you ever want to know, you simply grab a hold of a branch and see if it snaps. If it's green, if it's flexible, make sure it's not. This is very flexible. If it's frozen outside here, if it's winter and it's frozen, you can't do this. But today it's almost 50 degrees, which is a beautiful winter day. Zone 4. So here is my Alaskan weeping cedar. This one doesn't look really happy, but I see green on it. So hopefully it will recover and just put on new growth. I think it's pretty common. I'll take a walk down my Pinetum and compare what they look like before fall to what we have now. So that is the Alaskan weeping cedar. And this one is, I think, a Trautman. I'll put a before and after, so what that looked like before winter. And this is a Monty blue spruce. And that's a, if you can see it or not, it's a soft serve. Gotta get past the gate for it to behave itself. Soft serve arborvitae. I think this is Sting arborvitae. I can get it to focus in there. We'll see. And it's a pretty small plant, but it looks okay. Just a little bit of bronzing. I'll kind of walk down here just a little bit more. This is a Scotch, or this is an Austrian pine here. So it's very interesting looking. It's got a little bit of bronzing, again, not uncommon for pines. And this is an Angel Falls pine, which is just gorgeous. We'll have to see how it does. But it looks like pretty healthy to me. This is a specialty spruce. It grows only about a ½ inch a year, maybe 2 inches. And it looks like white. And I can't remember the name, but I'll put it on screen. And I got another arborvitae in there. And it looks actually pretty healthy, just a slight bronzing, not too bad. And then this is a false cypress, which is normally yellow, so that's not a problem. And I have another Scotch Pine there, which looks okay. And I have, and then this one is a Balsam Fir. Get it to focus. Focus. This is a Balsam Fir, a real small one. Under the snow, I have more of those Cypress. And I know they're bronze. As soon as we got cold, they turned bronze right away. So that's just part of their life cycle. So this is my apple tree that we cut back really, really hard because we had a bad storm and it was loaded with apples because I didn't get it pruned down enough and it completely toppled over. However, we kept it watered and it continued producing apples and I got about 9 bushels of apples, beautiful Haralson pie apples off this tree. We have it staked right now to be able to correct the problem and I need to do a lot more pruning in the spring. It's going to be an off year. First of all, I pruned it back really hard. Second of all, we only get a bumper crop every other year. So I'm hoping to correct this problem and get it back under control, and we'll solidify that root system and try to get it so it can stand on its own again. But it may be about 5 years before I take straps off it. We'll adjust the straps to get that, because you don't want them to cut in. But yeah, it's a nice tree. I don't have a replacement one for it just yet. So I want to make sure I can keep it alive. It'll be interesting to see. So this is a fun little February thaw tour. If you've enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up so YouTube knows to share this content with others. Also consider subscribing so you can see what happens with all of these trees. Will they look good after the bronzing is done or not? I have no idea. I think it'll be fine though. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.